It's Mookie Betts. Mookie, congratulations. Wow. Take us through that last play. That was a bananas way to end the ball game right there.
Man, that was crazy. That was crazy. I thought it was a bloop hit, and then I saw Kike like running to catch it, and then I turned and looked at second, and I saw he was halfway. So I don't know if Kike actually heard me, but I was screaming two. Yeah. But Kike's instincts are so good, man. I mean, he probably saw the whole thing himself, and I mean, if he got it and threw it immediately, the best part of that play was Miggy. That was a sick catch. That was a tough play.
Yeah, great putting Miggy in there. He was unbelievable. We made like 5 or 6 plays. Obviously, we'll get to your hitting later, but we got to start how it finished. Glass now comes in, second and third, no outs. 3 pitches later, ball game, game 7. What were you thinking? Like, ground ball to you. Tell me what your mindset is going through right now.
To be honest, because this is kind of my first time in the World Series and playing shortstop and all these other things, I was asking Miggy Rowe what to do. So during that pitching change, I was asking Miggy, you know, what do I do right here? And he just kind of let me know, ground ball, make sure he doesn't get to third, and just take the play. We're still up 2. Got to get a punch out by Glass. You know, he said Glass has got to get a pop-up right here for us. So he made it really clear and easy for me. And so now I've been in that situation. I have an idea next time, but having Miggy has been a blessing.
Right.
Little boy, what's going on, homie? Very happy for you. Congratulations on tonight's game, man.
Thank you, sir.
Been cheering for you big time. Knowing the type of student of the game that you are, and obviously seeing your frustration by not having the result, because I know you're a guy that works extremely hard, looking for result every day. I keep on talking to my boys right here every day about it. What was your mindset coming into this game tonight that you guys know that you guys were against the rope and they move you to hit 4? What you know that the responsibility are deeper right there because everybody focused on the cleanup here. What was your mindset today?
Honestly, man, I know it hasn't been great for me, but you know, this year hasn't been great. So I just want to be there to help the boys, and I came up in a big spot, and you know, my wife tells me all the time, just stay in the moment, just be ready for this next moment. She always tells me you have to mentally be ready for it. Like, I know a lot goes on, but if you keep worrying about that, you won't be prepared for right now. And I mean, I just was able to find a way to lock in. I don't know, God, that's all I can really say. I was able to find a way to lock in, and I got to be ready for tomorrow now.
Well, first of all, stop saying you haven't been great. You've been playing great shortstop. And when you play the shortstop position, you can help your team defensively just as much as you can help the team offensively. Yeah. So you don't have to say that. The other thing is, you know, shortstop's demanding. We talked about it when we did our interview. How have you been able to separate the two, right? When you mentioned about struggling offensively, but going out there defensively and doing what you're doing, how easy or how challenging has it been to separate the two?
For me, it's easy to separate the two because shortstop is so hard. It's so hard. If you're not locked in the whole time, you won't be successful at it. And so hitting is obviously really hard, so you have to be in that. But you can't, playing short, you can't go back and forth, man. And so it's easy because it's so hard, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So we got a game 7 and a couple things. First of all, Tyler Glasnow has never had a save at any level of his career. So this was the first tonight. He comes in, does an unbelievable job. And I guess that means that Shohei's starting tomorrow, it's kind of perfect, right? If you guys are going to go to a game 7, give us a little feel, Mookie, excitement now going into a game 7 tomorrow.
I mean, I'm trying to come down right now. I had so much energy. But, I mean, I feel like the way Shohei's life is set up is just destiny. You know, like every time in the WBC, the perfect situation comes up and he succeeds. And so tomorrow, game 7, I mean, well, how could you draw it up any different? You know, so I feel like this is the perfect moment for him. He was made for this moment, and I'm glad he's on our team and we don't have to go against him.
Hey, man. You know I got much love for you and respect.
Thank you.
Keep the smile out there, man. Keep the smile. You're one of the greatest players that played this game. Never doubt yourself. You're too good for that, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Go and get it. I love you too, baby.
Love you guys, man.
Vámonos.
Mookie, great to see you,
I'm
man.
glad I got to make a guest appearance. It's
Great
been
to
a
see you.
long time seeing you guys.
Hey, pregame, he looked right in the camera and said, my guy Mookie comes through tonight.
It's
Dodgers
coming
win.
in.
Hey,
It's
I'm
coming
just
in.
saying, there you go.
Maybe we'll do another one tomorrow.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go.
We'll see.
There we go. The great Mookie Betts. Good to
That's
have him
right.
back. A huge hit tonight. What a win by the
Hey,
Dodgers.
wait a minute,
Of
wait a
course.
minute.
Oh,
We
wait a
almost
minute.
forgot.
Yes,
We
I've
almost
been waiting
forgot.
for one of these.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's my dog. I never done my boy. Let's go.
Isn't Mookie the original My Dog? Like the OG?
The first one, the
I still
OG
got the
dog.
shirt, too. I still got the first one.
First My Dog, and now the shirt comes back to Mookie. Dodgers win it 3-1 and force a Game 7 where they are trying to be defending champs, and the Blue Jays are trying to win for the first time in 32 years. Holy cow, we haven't caught our breath since we got out here. That was unbelievable. Derek Jeter is here, David Ortiz,
I need some oxygen.
Alex Rodriguez, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. Great talking to Mookie Betts. Let's go back and reconstruct, though, Derek, that ninth inning. That was unbelievable. Sasaki was kind of leaking water even in the eighth inning and get out of a jam, and so 2 on, nobody out. You're bringing Tyler Glasnow, who's never saved a game in his life.
I mean, that's what makes baseball a great sport. You never know what's going to happen, right? Just when it looked like Toronto has a chance to steal this game, 3 pitches later, the inning's over. I mean, this was a fun. Look, these two teams deserve a Game 7. How it's been going, back and forth, the resiliency on both sides. Couldn't be more excited for tomorrow night.
I'll tell you what. The Dodgers, they are so deep. I mean, you bring Sasaki in the 8th to get 6 out. He throw over 30 pitches, and all of a sudden you have one of your starters that had never closed a game to come and close a game. I mean, that is unbelievable. And one thing, guys, I don't know if you guys pay attention to Glasnow body language coming in as a closer. It seems like he was just starting another game. I mean, he brought his best stuff. He know he got 100 in his back pocket, and he used it right away.
You know, Kevin, this reminds me a little bit of the late night Lakers back in the day, Showtime, because these guys are champions, and it doesn't have to be pretty, but they're going to win. They're going to figure out a way to win. You know, Glasnow comes in there, you know, second and third, and in 3 pitches, we got a Game 7. It's really, really unbelievable, and they just find a ways to do it. Rojas made 5 or 6 great plays. Give credit to Doc. He pushed all the right buttons today, and here we go.
Dodgers had 4 hits, 3 of them in the 3rd inning. So, kind of to your point, Derek, it's not like, you know, no one's going to remember that. But
No.
Mookie had the big hit, and then obviously the great defense and pitching was enough.
Yeah, well, mentioned it. The best thing for a struggling offense is a dominant shutdown pitcher. And that's what they had. They had the 3 hits that 1 inning, were able to score their 3 runs. First time they've scored 3 runs in an inning. And that's all it took, you know, and then they just rely on their pitching, which the pitching is really what's gotten them to this point. So it's just one of those nights where Toronto Blue Jays are up against one of the best postseason starters we've seen.
You know, very easy to overlook, fellas, in this inning because it was a little bit of a subplot. It was the Shohei Ohtani effect. Very quietly, he takes an intentional walk, which then advances the lineup, and then it finally gets to Mookie Betts, and he gets a big hit. But Shohei Ohtani, whether he hits or whether he walks or whether he's on deck, Poppy, like you when you played, all eyes are on you, all eyes are on Shohei Ohtani, as they will be tomorrow.
Tell you what, off the bat, though, of Jimenez, I think we were all watching jumping up like, oh, that's falling in, right? And then they cut to Kike Hernandez, who is streaming in to make the catch, and he turns into a double play. Before we comment on that, let's hear from Kike Hernandez. He's with Ken Rosenthal.
Kike, the final play. What did you see coming off the bat and with Barger straying off second base?
I was playing a little more shallow than the card wanted me to, but you know, given the situation, really fast guy at second base, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play really shallow, and I mean, if he hits it over my head, kudos to him, but I feel like his pop is more to the pull side, and yeah. Somehow I was able to hear that the bat broke, even with that crowd. And the crazy thing is that I had no idea where the ball was because it was in the lights the whole time. But given the situation of the game, World Series on the line, and how good I was hitting tonight, I was like, it's going to hit me in the face, but I'm not stopping. I'm not pulling up. And then at the very end, the ball came out of lights and went in my glove. And I tried to not throw the ball hard because I was coming in at full speed and I was really close to the second base. And I thought I long hopped him, but I gave him a really hard throw to catch. And I think it was a better pick than it was a play. On my end, it was a better pick on Miggy.
Glasnow came in second and third, none out, got out of it. Kike, what did that show you about him?
Everybody's willing to do whatever it takes to win this World Series, and you know there's no tomorrow. If he doesn't get out of that jam, he doesn't get his start tomorrow. So we're all in it together, and I'm sure he's in to pitch again tomorrow, back to back, probably first time in his career. And when I saw him warming up, I was like, oh, what's going on? But it made total sense, and I mean I'm just really happy that he was able to get the job done, especially given his last start. I thought he made one bad pitch and he got the loss, and or not. Did he lose, or was that? I don't remember what game that was. But anyways, I'm really glad that he was able to get out of jam and we're forced to Game 7.
Yes, you said Game 7 tomorrow.
Yeah.
What would it mean to you, Kike, to repeat as champions? First back-to-back champions since 1998 to 2000 Yankees.
Everything. I mean, whether we're back-to-back or the franchise had never won a World Series, winning a World Series is what we all dream of, man. And the fact that we did it last year is, I think it's more of a coincidence than anything. We're not really thinking about last year because last year was last year. There's a different group, and we're just thinking about this year. The goal is the same: win a World Series, and here we are at Game 7 of the World Series, like every little kid dreams of. And I mean, it's been a heck of a series, and why not play a Game 7?
Kike, thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
Ken, Kike, thanks. First of all, that was a tremendous interview. I mean, he said, I thought the ball was going to hit me in my face.
It's a lot to process.
It's a lot to process. So let's start with this. Fascinating that he deducted that his pull side is the power, and he was playing more shallow than the card suggested. Just instinct there to do that?
It's instinct and experience.
Yeah.
He's playing in his 91st career postseason game, which is a franchise record. But he's right about this. The back end of that play was much harder. As an outfielder, you're taught long hop or no hop. And this was an in-between hop. And from 1 through 10, that's a 15 in the scale of difficulty. Unbelievable play by Rojas. 9 out of 10 times, you don't make that play.
It's also experience.
Yeah.
He's been in these situations before. So, he took the liberty of on his own to play a little bit more shallow. And if it was a younger player that maybe doesn't have that experience, they would do exactly what the card said. But Kike's been in this position. He's been successful in these positions, offensively, defensively. But, like you mentioned, Rojas. How about Doc putting Rojas in the game?
Wow.
I mean, he made, 4 or 5 great defensive plays. I had him down in Miami, and, he's been a Gold Glove finalist at shortstop before. So not surprised at the defense that he displayed today. Big part of the game, especially when you really didn't get anything going offensively except for that one inning. No matter how good Yamamoto plays, you need the defense behind you.
Yeah, just want to repeat a little bit of what you said, Kevin. If it's first and third, you have to play no doubles, which means you're almost by the warning track. So then that becomes a hit. But because the tying run is a second, he's allowed. I mean, we remember in the World Series, Gonzalez with a little bloop. There's a lot of bloopers that go that way, and he got that one.
Yeah, just take me through how difficult the play that Rojas made was, just so the fans at home can appreciate that. You guys have been on receiving end of many of those throws. Take me through the play from Rojas's view.
Yeah, so as a young infielder and cutoff and relays or outfielders, you're taught either no hop, which is a straight line to the catcher or the place you're throwing, or a long hop, which allows the ball to bounce way over there, almost like a tennis, like really nice long hop. That was an in-between, which, Kike knew he screwed up from the get-go. But Rojas backed up. One thing he did, he backed his head up really nice. He watched that ball come in, and he almost caught it in between his legs. Unbelievable play, and I don't think people appreciate how difficult that was.
It's like he was playing like a first baseman. That's what it was, on a double play, because Kike was pretty close to him. So he's like a first baseman. You don't want an in-between hop. Sometimes you see shortstops go in the hole and they'll bounce it to first base. Same thing there. If you're an outfielder, you want to bounce it to second base or get it there all the way. But Rojas deserves all the credit on that play.
It seems like he got to pay attention to too many things. You got to pay attention to how far the runner is. You got to pay attention to that throw. That was a tough throw. I mean, that is a hard play to complete.